speech, and she's we're going to make America great again, folks. We're going to make it great again. And, you know, I watched her on speech, and she's...
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say about that. That was Chris Christie standing up there on the podium with Donald Trump, looking as uncomfortable and disoriented as anybody I've ever seen in that kind of position. Rejoining us, the Malzberg panel, we are rejoined by Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, who is also, by the way, the author of a great new book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. And the one and only Adam Thompson joins us, senior partner of the law offices of Adam M. Thompson, and also a syndicated talk host. And Adam, I know that you were at a Trump rally in Louisville last night?
Oh, let me tell you, Steve, it was out of hand. The place was mobbed wall to wall. It was Trump land through and through. And I got to tell you, it was exciting. Chris Christie, in fact, actually came out and did the introduction of Mr. Trump. But as a side note, I just want to say, Newsmax was very well represented there, because I got stopped by at least over a dozen people who said they loved the work of the Steve Malzberg show and they loved seeing me on the panel. So people are watching, Steve, and the message is getting out there.
Hello, Louisville, and that's good news. All right, so what did you guys? Let me start with you, Adam. What did you think? I mean, did you notice? First of all, why Christie to make the announcement in the first place, and why did he stay up there? He didn't belong up there.
Well, it is kind of odd, you know, but listen, in politics, lots of odd things happen. You know, it is a big endorsement getting Christie to jump on board and support him. He is bringing him around to all the different rallies to speak. So, you know, that's part of the game that they play. He's angling to get a position. So, you know, it's one of those things. You're going to see lots of odd things like this continue.
Yeah, Reverend, I mean, I think Christie brings his 1%. I don't think it's that big an endorsement. And plus, he should have introduced him and gotten the heck off the stage.
Well, I think he was supposed to leave the stage once he introduced him, but the son asked him to stay there, so I think Christie was thrown off by that. And when I saw it, I thought Christie thought that there was a terrorist or someone in the room. He looked as though he was trying to give some type of signal that we had trouble in the room. It was amazing to see it.
It really was. It was a big mess.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go to another story here. The Supreme Court. And, of course, we know about the vacancy on the court, and they're hearing a case on abortion right now. It's the most far-reaching case on abortion, according to many, abortion rights, and in at least a quarter of a century. Adam, if they rule 4-4 on this case, which limits abortion clinics, hundreds of abortion clinics in Texas, and if lower court has ruled that they can remain closed, if they go 4-4, that upholds the lower court ruling, correct?
That is correct, unless there's actually a decision from the Supreme Court that overturns the ruling of the court below, that ruling stays in effect. So a 4-4 tie means whatever court of appeals in whatever states or federal courts decided that's the law of the land. So the only way that those restrictions get knocked out is you need an actual 5-4 vote to overturn it.
So, you know what, Reverend, in this case, it looks like, and you would think that even if none of the liberals come on board, this is actually a case where this is good news. Of course, with Scalia there, you probably would have had 5-4, but if it's 4-4, it's just as well.
It's absolutely good news, and I'm glad to see that something like this is happening, because I have to tell you that abortion is out of control, and especially in the black community. We have young girls as young as 11 and 12 and 13 who are having abortion. And I have to tell you, Steve, I'm working with girls who are 18 years old now, and they've had 4 or 5 abortions by the time they turn 18.
Yep. And
emotionally and mentally, they are absolutely wiped out. They have so much guilt about it.
All right. Well, it's awful. It's horrific,
yes.
And that's something the Republicans need to run on. Hillary Clinton, abortion on demand, all the way to the date of delivery, and that's not where the country is, and they should absolutely know that. Chelsea Clinton was out there, and she was condemning what she called the racist, homophobic. Here's what Chelsea had to say.
While it's important to have a president who knows when to stand her ground and give no purchase to the racist, homophobic, sexist rhetoric and policy ideas that are coming out of the Republican side, it's also important to have a president who knows how to find common ground.
All right, so you guys got 20 seconds each. Start it, Reverend.
These people have nothing else to run on. As I write in my book, The Antidote, there's no such thing as racism. But these people are liars, and they're using this to intimidate and control white Americans and keep black Americans angry in a fallen state so that they can constantly vote for the Democratic Party.
Adam, final word, Adam. Go ahead.
Pretty insane. She comments and condemns Republicans for holding these so-called point of views, which many and most don't, but yet she's making a sweeping statement about all Republicans. So she's doing what she's condemning. Nonsense.
All right, guys. Reverend, thank you. Adam, thank you.
All right.
We're coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go away.